Hey, what is going on, everybody? It's Cody from Viewgolfers, and today I've got the new Callaway Epic Iron. This is going to be just a regular Epic Iron. Callaway going to be replacing, that great big Bertha, that real game improvement club from Callaway. So a couple of the technologies that moved on from the driver and the fairway wood have also made its way into the iron. As you can see, they are still putting a huge emphasis on that carbon fiber. I love carbon fiber as much as the next guy, so that's a nice touch as far as I'm concerned. Also, you can notice there's a lot of metal going on right underneath that carbon composite. Lots more weight placed towards the bottom. The club's going to help that ball get up in the air a lot easier. Again, targeting that game improvement portion of the golfing community. So, we just got these in. I just took the wrapper off, haven't struck one ball with them yet. I'm going to kind of just give you my first impressions and feelings off the face. It's not particularly a good-looking iron by any stretch of the imagination. Again, I like the carbon fiber as much as the next guy, but it's not enough for me to really be drawn to the club. I don't think that I think the chrome, there's just a lot going on, I guess, is what I'm trying to say. You got the chrome, you got the carbon composite, you got the green line going across it, you got a whole bunch of Callaway and the Epic branding, and then you got the satin finish, you got the tungsten weight. It's just a lot going on. Too much for me. I like the simple design, but that's my personal opinion. I'm just here to tell you what I think and try to pass it along the best I can to you. So without further ado, let's hit a couple golf shots and see what we think. Okay, so setting up to the golf ball, first thing that I noticed is obviously that massive top line, again geared towards that game improvement. It's giving you a lot of confidence when you step up to the ball. You can tell there's going to be a lot of help if you were to mishit this iron on the heel toe, high or low on the face. It's going to be plenty to offset those poor golf shots. So let's see how it feels. It's very loud, really loud off the face. It's compared to, it's kind of like the Ping G. It's not as loud as the Ping G. The Ping G almost sounds like a hybrid, but this thing it gives a good crack when you hit it, and the feel is the feel is not that great, to be honest with you. It feels like it's going to go a mile. It comes off the face really hot, but I don't like the feedback that I get from that. So let's see if the second one goes any different. Again, that was pretty middle of the face, a little bit off the heel, just a tiny bit, but you can't even tell. Again, with a club that's geared for such game improvement, you're not going to be able to tell really when you miss it by just a small margin, and that's why it's geared towards that group of golfers and not somebody like me who desires that kind of feedback to let me know, hey, I wasn't that great a golf shot, let me see what I can do. It's just to help as much as you can those little bit of inconsistencies that most golfers will face. And in that regard, I think it'll do a great job just based on how that shot felt. I feel like the forgiveness level will definitely be there just based on the makeup of the club. Okay, so let's hit one more. Let me try to just hit this one poorly, see how it feels, see how it responds on. Let me try to just toe this a little bit, see what happens. Okay, a fat toe shot. I say this a lot in videos. If you can't square the club face up, and the ball's not going to go where you want it. And sure as heck, if the contact isn't at least halfway there, halfway decent, you're not going to get the results you're looking for. Try to heel one a little bit. That one felt good. It feels a lot more solid uphill. Let me try to hit one on the toe without chunking it. Let's see what that. Okay, that one was almost on the smooth part. and it felt good. It felt like it still had some speed off of the club face, which is kind of impressive because let me tell you something. I'm playing the King Forged iron right now from Cobra, and if I toe it, I definitely am aware right away that ball is not going to go nearly as far as I want to. And I feel like that would, probably 10, 15 yards based on what I'm seeing. So that's pretty darn good. And you're paying for that extra level of forgiveness and that security blanket to know that you can strike it, basically anywhere on the groove pattern and still get that, 10 to 15% in either direction. So I think that's fantastic. I think the technology works for Callaway. And we'll see how the club sells. This is a new arena that Callaway has entered themselves into, making a set of irons that cost so much money. But the club has to perform at that level if you're going to sell it for that price, right? One of the things that I always try to do is say, what is this club, if I'm in the store and I've got this club next to a $700 set, what am I going to think? Is it enough to justify it? And if I'm seeing these on the launch monitor, when you heel and you toe it and it's still going the same distance and that $700 set isn't doing that, then yes, it justifies that jump in price for sure. Okay, it's going to save you a lot of strokes on the golf course if you're just hitting the front side of the green when you fat it or toe it or hit it on the heel or thin it a little bit rather than it going 30, 40 yards short. Big deal there. So I don't necessarily say that I won't say there's no market for this because clearly there is. Clearly there's a market for people who want the super high-end, expensive, best of the best golf club. PXG's proven that. So I'm curious to see how these do, especially in our golf shop here at Crestview. When you middle it's that response. If you're looking for that response, now maybe in the Pro Head, which we do have here, it'll be a separate review, so keep on lookout for that. The Pro Head that feedback might be there, but on this particular head, and I didn't expect the feedback to be there, but it's not. It would have been nice for me to hit that club the first time and then like straight away the feel is great, but it's not. It's just not. So if you're looking for an iron that's going to save your butt when you're not striking it on your best days, then the Callaway Epic iron is a great place to start. I know the price point is up there, but you got to look at what you're getting for that little bit of extra amount. If you're looking at the M2s or something like that, the M2s, they're going to go a long way. The speed slot technology and the face slot technology is great, but hit these as well and make sure you're hitting a big enough sample size to where you're hitting some bad shots in there. You gotta hit bad shots, guys, if you're looking for a set of iron. It's the only way you're gonna know what you're truly gonna get on the golf course. Because I know for damn sure I don't hit every shot, crisp, pure. It's only at 99%, but still, we gotta make sure that we're factoring in those poor shots in the club selection process. Let's head over to the lounge. Let's give this thing a 5-star View Golf treatment. See how it does. See you there. Okay guys, so we just finished up playing around with the Callaway Epic Iron, and it's exactly what you thought it was. It's a high-end game improvement club geared for extreme forgiveness and distance. It's exactly what you expected before you unboxed it. Now to go through our review process. First one, design and appeal. I love the materials that this club is made out of. Bear with me. I love the carbon fiber, I like the chrome, and I like the satin. But mixed together, it doesn't suit I don't like it. I don't like the way it looks. I don't think it looks that good. It's got a lot of stuff going on. It's kind of what Lamborghini tries to do with their car manufacturing. Just a lot of lines, a lot of just wow poster board stuff, and it will look great on a poster, but just I don't like looking at it. It doesn't do it for me. Performance and feel. Now, what I noticed with my testing of this golf club is my poorly struck shots, which means a half inch or more off the middle of the club face towards the heel toe, high or low on the face. What I found on those shots is they were typically in that 10 to 15% drop off window that we like in forgiveness. So, if I'm hitting a 150-yard shot and I'm in that 10% window and I'm a half inch low on the face, which is not a good shot really. I'm only losing, about 15 yards there. So 135, I'm still probably going to be able to chip that up pretty close to the hole. Not bad at all. Okay, and I figure that's in the maximum case. If we're hitting it more than a half inch away from the center of the face, the shot's not going to be good with any club that you play. Let's just stop lying to ourselves on that. There's no club that's going to cure hitting something way out on the smooth part of the toe. It's not out there. It doesn't exist, and it still doesn't. So in performance and feel, like I said, the performance is there. The feel, wow, not good. Okay, so now we're at technology. Okay, so this club has a lot of technology built in as far as the carbon composite. It's got your the face, the really thin face technology, help the ball get out there. It's got it's got all the weighting, the low CG to help the ball get up. It's got the thick top line. It's got the thick sole. It's got everything, including lofts that are questionable as far as the number on the bottom of the club. But the technology in this club is second to none. There's nothing else out there that's going to deliver that technology, with the exception of maybe like a PXG iron, who uses the best of the best. No questions asked there. And for technology, you got to give it a full star. It's there. I mean, you can see it and look at it on the club, which is maybe why design and appeal isn't quite there yet. Okay, view golf factor. Anytime, we just had this conversation with the C16 irons from Titleist. Anytime that you're dropping over $1,500, $2,000 on a set of clubs, especially one as popular as, something from Callaway, something from Titleist, something from PXG, you are the man in your group. If somebody, the only thing you got to worry about if you have a set of these is if somebody comes rolling up with a set of PXGs, and then might need to put some iron head covers on. Okay, but anything else, you're the big dog in that group. Okay, you're the man, and that's a nice feeling to have, and that's part of the reason why these can make you a better golfer. Just that little bit extra swag. I just said swag. Okay, value. Are these clubs worth it? I can't answer that for you. It's one of those things again where you got to get on the launch monitor. You got to hit that $800 set of clubs, which now is, it seems like a huge bargain compared to these, which would run you about $2,000 for a full 8-club set. That's something that you have to figure out. Are they worth it? I don't know. How often do you miss-hit them? Can you afford to sacrifice a little bit of the forgiveness and get into something that's a little bit cheaper? Or maybe you just want the big dog. Maybe you just want that epic status, right? So the value, I'm sorry, is just not there. I'm going to give it a half star for value. All right, guys. So there you have it. That is our review for the Callaway Epic Iron. Like I said, be on the lookout for our Epic Pro Iron review, which is coming very, very soon. I'm excited to do that one. It's still in the wrapper, so be on the lookout. Guys, make sure you do all the usual stuff. I love when I see my subscribers, comment in the comment section, say, what they want to see next and things like that. So please make sure you hit like below, hit subscribe, drop us a comment. We really appreciate it. And we will see you guys in the next one.